Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here and welcome to another 3.75 video. Today we're going to take a look at the indoor bunker, which is right here. So let's take a look at the video. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Power of the Force indoor bunker, part of the Indoor Attacks play set. Now, I did not start filming this when I started to build it because it was just something that I just started working on, and before I knew it, I was all done. But on this bunker, I actually did a bunch of different paint applications, added some weathering. You see where I painted the panel on the inside on both sides. And then I just added some moldicine for the path, then added some dirt, and I glued that down with some spray glue. Added some moss paper and a couple of bushes, and that was about it, really. And then also too, on top I added some more moldicine, some greenery. Now if you do want to see what this looked like prior, I'll show you this picture really quickly. Now that's just a stock photo I got off of Google. But you can make this 3.75 bunker look kind of cool. Now I'm going to be using this to display my Hot Toys Stormtrooper and then the Imperial Officer, which I made. But you could use other stuff like, for example, let me reach over here to the side. You could maybe put like a scout bike trooper in here and a scout bike or something. I'm actually going to be doing the scout bike. It's just going to be on a separate shelf. Alright, so there you go. We're going to go ahead and pause the camera now. I'm going to add my figures and look at the finished product. And here we go with the completed shelf. You can see here we're using the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Stormtrooper along with a 1/6 scale Hasbro Ewok. Got him in an action pose there. And then on the other side here we have a 1/6 scale Imperial Officer. Now the Imperial Officer, that was actually made from a Hasbro Imperial Officer, and changed out the body sculpt and head sculpt and added gloved hands. I originally had two Stormtroopers on this shelf, and I needed to use one of the Stormtroopers on a different shelf and didn't want to spend another $200 on a Hot Toys one, so for a fraction of the cost decided to go ahead and make this figure up. Now generally I don't like to mix and match. I want to keep pretty much everything Sideshow or Hot Toys, so I'm going to treat this figure more like an accessory to the shelf. Also too, I'm aware of the shelf. It's not, it's not the greatest shelf by itself. However, once I do add the other shelves to it, which will have some Scout Troopers, it'll have the Scout Bike as well as the ST Walker. The whole thing, when it comes together, will look really nice. So if you have any questions or comments regarding this shelf or anything you've seen on this video, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you had your eye on this Star Destroyer, I'm trying to find a spot for it on my wall. I think, well, I have a spot for it. I just have to figure out how to mount it. But that'll be coming up in a later video. Also, too, look for the AT-AT Planet Hoth diorama. That should be starting probably in a little bit over a week from now. That one's going to be a huge diorama. It's going to be probably twice the size as this one. Going to be adding a bunch of stuff to it. Going to be going step by step on exactly how to build the shelf from start to finish. Alright, so I got to get to the other room because Stars is premiering Force Awakens today, so I'm going to go in and watch that in the other room, and I shall talk to you guys later. You guys have a fantastic weekend.